Hey guys, James here, and welcome to my video all about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the 2017 Game of the Year winner and what many people believe to be one of the greatest games of all time. And I've got to say, I do agree with that, for the most part. The game definitely has problems, it's not perfect, but in terms of the adventure, this is up there with my favourite games of all time. And what I love is that's an adventure that you create for yourself. This isn't a linear experience. You can completely ignore the main story, which is actually what I've been doing. Since I got the paraglider, I haven't been paying attention to the main quests really. I've just been going out and exploring and thinking, oh, what's that in the distance? Let's go see, because you can do that. You see something out in the distance, you can go there. That's so cool. I mean, if stepping out the Shrine of Resurrection at the beginning of the game and looking off that cliff doesn't show you how huge this game is, one look at the map should do, and if not, then there's no convincing you. And this is one of the first open world games that I've really sat down and played for a long time, and after doing so I'm definitely a lot more interested in the genre. But not only do I think this is a great open world game, I also think it makes a lot of improvements to the already established Zelda formula. For instance, I've got to be honest, I prefer shrines to the typical dungeons. Typical dungeons take a lot of time to get through, well at least for me anyway, because I'm not very good at them. But they take a lot of time to get through and it can be frustrating because I just want to get out of there. But with shrines, they're a lot quicker and they're not easy. A lot of them are quite challenging, which I really do love. They're able to give you this same sort of challenge but in snippets. And I also really like that they give you all of the abilities you need to do the shrines right from the beginning of the game. So you can go out and do them in whatever order you want. The disposable weapons are sort of a love-hate thing with me. I love that you go out and scavenge for weapons and find them from enemies and chests and just lying around in villages and stuff. I really do love that, and I think that the fact that they break adds a little bit of depth to the combat a bit more. Is it worth breaking this weapon for the materials this thing's gonna drop? And stuff like that. However, I think some of them break a little too quick. Whenever I get a really strong weapon and I put it in my inventory, I always feel a bit like I don't want to use it, because I don't want to have it break and then I've just lost that weapon. I'm scared of losing them. So I think the system's good, but could use improvement. Actually, one of my favourite mechanics from this game, one of my favourite new mechanics, is climbing for two main reasons. One is that mountains and cliffs are no longer obstacles in your way. They're not things to obstruct you from getting past them. What they are now is ways of traversing the landscape and ways of making your understanding of the world richer, and I have no idea what I'm saying. But yeah, they allow you to travel around. They're ways of getting up to different places. They're not things that stop you from traveling. They're things that help you. And the second one is it adds a lot of strategy to the exploration. You have to think before you climb and while you're climbing, will I be able to get up here? What if I run out of stamina? What am I going to do? Is it worth the risk of climbing up here? What is up there? And I actually had an experience sort of about that with my friend Owen. When I first got the game, he came round and we were climbing up a mountain. We were almost about to run out of stamina. And we noticed on the map, the contour lines, it showed a little ledge, and we paraglided round to that ledge that we didn't know was there. And it's stuff like that that make you feel so good while you're playing the game. I also really like that the game's a little bit harder than other Zelda games that I've played. And I like that there's not a linearity to it. You can do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. You can see that thing in the distance, you can go there. It's so cool. It might be small, but I also really love the armor and how you can change Link's appearance to not be that classic green tunic anymore unless you want it to be. In previous Zelda games, Link would always be wearing that classic green tunic and hat, but now he doesn't have to. You can customize him with all this different armor and make him look how you want him to look. He's not just that classic Zelda character anymore, he's what you want him to be. And one of my favorite things about this game is just exploring around, climbing up to places, and then just like paragliding off and finding stuff that you didn't know was there. You wouldn't have expected to be there. Like, I was sailing on a raft, as you do, and I found this island that I couldn't get off, and all my armor and weapons were stripped off of me. I had to go around and find these different orbs or whatever from all these different monsters, and I could only use what I found around the island. and it was really cool. I had no idea it was there. I just sailed over, I saw an island, sailed over there, and there was this awesome challenge waiting ahead of me. I also climbed up this big snowy mountain, and it was pretty hard, but I got up there, and I paraglided off, and I found a labyrinth. I found this really big, crazy labyrinth that I could explore and find the end of, and it was awesome. It's just these experiences that I've had playing this game. I didn't know that stuff was there, but I found it, and it was amazing. Overall, I think this game does have flaws, but I really do love what I've played of it so far. I haven't got that far into it, but what I have experienced, I have loved, and I am loving still playing through this game. I think this does deserve Game of the Year. I might prefer stuff like Mario Odyssey, but this is a work of art. It is incredible. I might not agree with the insane praises got. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, but I will say that this game is great. It is great. It is a great experience. If you haven't played it, it's on Switch obviously, it's also on Wii U. If you have either of those, pick it up. I give Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe down below, and comment what do you think about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? What are some experiences you've had with it? Okay, see you guys in the next one. Bye.